Hi guys and girls, welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 26 of Build the Terminator.
The Terminator, week by week, built the T-800, the killing machine that defined a generation. Easy to build with high-quality metal components. You can control sound, lights, articulated limbs, and LED eyes, and explore the Terminator universe. Build the Terminator, issue 1, just $1.99.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Build the Terminator. Hope you guys are having a good week. I went to see the Terminator last night and I'll be honest, I was impressed. I thought it was a very good attempt at a reboot. You could definitely tell that James Cameron, the original creator of the Terminator, was back involved because obviously the others have been a bit crap, to be honest. A lot of people have different views and opinions on the film. I personally really liked it. There was a few areas where the story wasn't that great. Obviously the way they spun Arnie in it's a bit different. There's going to be no spoilers from me, but I'd say go check it out, you know. Probably best to watch 1 and 2 before, just to bring you up to scratch if you don't remember or you haven't seen it before. But I would say it's a good film, you know, good action, some comedy in there surprisingly. And yeah, it was really cool to see the T-800s again on screen. And I've actually never been to see the Terminator at the cinema before, because the first two I was too young when they came out, and the others I wasn't really interested in those films, I'll be honest, at the time. So it's nice to see it on the big screen and I highly recommend it. But anyway, getting on today's issue, we're going to be working on, as I said in the last episode, finally connecting the shoulder, the elbow and the arm and the hand all together. So we're going to have a fully completed right side, and I can't wait to see it. So let's get started. So as always, just going to run through the parts quickly before we get started. So this part here is 26.1, that's the left shoulder. This component here is right elbow parts. Then you've also got 3 washers, so little washers there. Then moving on to 26.4, these are the right elbow parts again. 26.5 is the small cylinder, if you can see that. I know it's very small. Moving on, they've supplied an Allen key in this issue, so obviously that's very handy. And then lastly, you've got your screws. So you've got 2 PM 2 times 10mm, so they're the nice long big ones, and also the slightly smaller ones, which are the 2 PM 3 times 10mm, so they are much thinner. Obviously you need your cross-point screwdrivers, you need your upper arm from the previous issues, you need the right elbow pin as well, super glue, all the things I've already mentioned. Okay, so steps 1 to 4. You'll be taking first the lower arm, and you'll see this component here at the top. This is component 7.3. We have to take this off. So there are screws, we've screwed in 4. So we need to unscrew this first, because we're going to be putting the plastic washers over it. So we have to take that off first, annoyingly, but let's do that. Okay, that's that. Now I can take this part off. So now I'll flip this over so you can see the other side has the recess for the plastic component's going to go in, and it's the same for this one I've just taken off. So what you want to do, get some super glue, spin it round, and you'll see the little pins on the or pegs, shall we say, on the component 26.4. So we're just going to put some super glue on those. And then once we've done that, we will fit it into the 2 components. That's 26.4 going into 7.3 first. So you'll see how to do it, because there's essentially depth there for the component to fit in. So just to line up with the screws, the screw holes, and push that through and hold it for a moment or two to secure. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that, and I'm going to repeat the process for the component that is attached to the arm, as you can see. So just flip that over so you can see. Let's put the glue on now. So I'm just going to flip that over, and obviously you'll see the recess where it's going to go in, so I'm just going to line that up and push it in. Once you've done that, you can screw back on the component 7.3, this one, into place. Okay, so for step 5, I'm going to skip that because it's advised to do that in step 10. It's a bit easier because we have to fit the little pin into an area. So what we're going to do, you take the upper arm components here, and what you'll see on this side here, there are little pegs, and what we do is we attach the smaller part here from the lower arm to that peg. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And it comes from underneath like so. So once the peg is in line and the washers are over the component, you then take component 7.3 and you place that back over, and we're going to secure that with the 2 PM screws we took out before. So just do one at a time. This bit's quite tricky because you have to hang on to the peg from the back to stop it from moving. So can't really move it too much. I will zoom in when I edit the video so you can see a bit better, but I have to keep this in position. I'm holding from underneath with my other hand because if I let go, it's all going to fall apart. So this is one of those annoying sections, but has to be done, and we will get there. Okay, so I'm just going to secure that now, and that should hold it into place, I hope. Just going to use the other screwdriver just to get a bit tighter. Okay, so steps 10 to 12. Now at this stage we need to flip over the upper arm. And then what we're going to do, we're going to align this middle part with the upper arm cylinder. So that needs to go through like so. Just push that back in. And once you're happy with that, we're going to get the next side of the arm, so that's this part here, and we're going to align that up with 7.2. So that's all in alignment now, as you can see. As I mentioned before, I skipped step 5 because what we want that little pin. So this little pin, that's going to come from underneath, and you'll see on this part here of the arm, there's actually a small recess area. So I'll just show you on a photo. So here there's a little recess area that needs to be facing upwards. So I've got that how it should be, and what you need to push that from underneath, and you'll be securing it with a PM 2 times 10mm screw. So this is the longer one. You're going to be coming from the top with that first, and then you're using the other one for underneath. So I'm just going to push that through, so bear with me. Okay, so that's in there, so I'm just going to screw that in to secure it from the top. So obviously now you can see it's starting to take shape. We've got that more secured, so I'm just going to move on to the final steps. So for the final stages, steps 13 to 16. First of all, we're going to be taking the much larger PM screw, so this is the 3 times 10mm one. What you're going to do, you're going to put a washer over that, and that's going to go through the top here. But first of all, I need to take the component 25.2 from the last issue, and I'm going to be pushing that from underneath. So that's going to go from the bottom and through. Okay, once that's through, you're then going to take the screw and washer and align that with the hole. And then we'll be using the Allen key to fasten that down. So I'm just going to do that now. Okay, so for the final stages, and once you're happy with the adding key that has been set in, you're going to take component 26.2 and you're just going to get a little bit of super glue and you're just going to put some glue on the little pegs. This is essentially just a little cover for where you've screwed in the long screwdriver, so it's just to keep it looking nice and neat. So there are two little holes, so you just need to align that up and then push through and hold down just to secure. So this is going to keep it looking nice and neat and obviously nice and concealed. So I'm just going to hold that down a bit longer. And there you go. That is that issue complete. So that's episode 25 complete, guys. Hope you liked the episode. As you can see, here's the completed product. It's looking pretty cool, to be honest. I mean, that's quite substantial and it's pretty heavy as well, and it's very rigid. So I'm really pleased with that. Just going to show you how it looks in terms of scale to the gun. So obviously, if he put his hands around it, that's what we're looking at. So how cool is that, guys? That is very, very impressive. So I'm really happy with that. Anyway, guys, next week's episode is going to be issue 28 and 29. It's just small parts working on the left and right shoulder components. So we're obviously moving to the left side now. Not really much to do. I'll just quickly show you. So as you can see, we're just working on a few components there for the left and right shoulder. So next few episodes are going to be quite fast, I imagine. I think I'll be able to catch up to 34 quite quickly based on what I've seen. And obviously when I get issue 27, I will come back to it. But anyway, thank you for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. If you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. Also leave some comments in the section below if you'd like to. And until next time, guys, I'll see you soon for episode 28.